The 2025 NBA Finals are living up to the hype. After two tightly contested games, the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder are deadlocked at 1-1 in a battle that's already produced drama, heroics, and plenty of narrative fuel. But as the series heads into a pivotal Game 3, much of the spotlight and scrutiny has zeroed in on Indiana's all-star point guard, Tyrese Haliburton. Once hailed as the engine that powered the Pacers' high-octane offense, Haliburton is now facing a chorus of criticism over his recent dip in production. Through the first two games of the finals, Haliburton is averaging just 15.5 points, 6 assists, and 6.5 rebounds per contest. A noticeable drop from his playoff averages of 18.4 points, 9.3 assists, and 5.8 rebounds. While the numbers may not be MVP caliber, they don't tell the whole story. At least, not if you ask Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle. In the wake of a frustrating Game 2 loss, Carlisle stood tall for his floor general, pushing back against the growing wave of fan and media backlash. His message was clear. Haliburton's value can't be measured by a stat sheet. There's a lot more to the game than just scoring, Carlisle told reporters, his tone firm but composed. People shouldn't just look at his points and assists and judge how he played, or judge how any of our guys played, just on that. It was a rare moment of bluntness from the typically stoic coach, but one that underlined just how much belief he has in his team's leader. Carlisle continued, "That's not how our team is built. We are an ecosystem that has to function together. We've got to score enough points to win the game, but who gets them and how they get them, that's not important." Still, numbers have power. And in this era of NBA discourse dominated by highlights, stat comparisons, and hot takes, the narrative around Haliburton's finals performance has grown increasingly harsh. For fans expecting 25-point explosions and 12-assist clinics, his measured play has come off as underwhelming, even passive at times. Carlisle knows that the slow starts are becoming a pattern and a problem. "Another bad first half," he admitted after the Game 2 loss. "Obviously, it was a big problem and we just played poorly. A little bit better in the second half, but you can't be a team that's reactive and expect to be successful or have consistency." It was a brutally honest assessment from a veteran coach who knows exactly how fine the margins are in an NBA Finals. The Pacers have made a habit of digging themselves into early deficits, then scrambling to claw their way back. That formula may have worked against battle-tested teams in earlier rounds, but against a young, relentless Thunder squad, it's a dangerous game to play. As the series shifts back to Indiana, the Pacers find themselves at a crossroads. Can they clean up the slow starts and recapture the energy that fueled their Cinderella run to the finals? Can Haliburton shake off the weight of expectations and rediscover the assertiveness that made him a breakout star? The critics are growing louder, the pressure is mounting, and yet inside the Pacers' locker room, the message from the top remains clear. Trust the system, trust your teammates, and trust Tyrese Haliburton. Carlisle's public defense wasn't just about stats or fan perception. It was a statement of belief, a line in the sand. In a league where players are often judged by the box score, Carlisle is betting on something more intangible: leadership, feel, and the ability to rise when it matters most. For Haliburton, the challenge is clear. Silence the noise, seize the moment, and lead Indiana to its first NBA title. If the Pacers are going to make history, it starts with their star regaining his rhythm and proving that Rick Carlisle's faith isn't misplaced. Game 3 awaits. The pressure is on. The spotlight's never been hotter. And somewhere in the eye of that storm, Tyrese Haliburton is readying his response.